two budget powerhouses. We have the Volca sample by Korg, PO33 or 133. So we're gonna use this thing to create and craft some sounds to put into here and then see how they play along together. So let's do this. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. F sharp minor. Okay, boom. Okay, let's roll for tempo. 2, 4, 74, 84. Okay, so I'm still going mostly random here, but I am I'm gonna keep things a little bit grounded. I'm gonna start part A and part B with one of these two. Say odd for the first one, even. There we go, odd. So part A, and I'm gonna do just 4 chords, and I'm gonna roll for them. We are using the Roman numeral notation here. So our 1 chord is going to be A major, and our relative minor, which is the 6, is going to be F sharp minor, and then I will fill in the rest of these. First chord of each sequence has already been selected. If I get an 8, I will re-roll, but we're gonna fill in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, 8, so that's a re-roll. 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 5. 2, 3, 5, 5. So we got 2, 3, 5. Okay, so already before I've selected any sounds, I've selected a key, I've got a tempo, I've got 2 different chord changes, and then looking at this, I already see the E major's coming up a lot. The D major hasn't come up at all, and I know there's plenty of songs, you know, B minor and D major, those are relative major and minors. Lots of songs that are in that key vamp on those chords or use those chords a lot. We're in a totally different one here. Might be a cool trick. It's a quasi-modulation, maybe getting bigger than my britches music theory-wise, but I'm gonna go ahead and add a part C here because what I can see, pun not intended, is if we just think of movement here, we're going B minor, we jump, we go to D. If we do another jump, we're back at F sharp minor, which is this one. So I almost want part B, like these are gonna be a thing, or maybe these come together, and whenever we come back to this, maybe this is gonna lead into it, or not, I don't know. So we've got a little bit of a meta structure, and this is often, but not always, something that I do before a jam starts. These devices are very flexible. You can put any sound in them. They're samplers, of course. That means you can put in any pitch or stuff that's in between pitches or non-pitched sounds, etc. If you're doing it by ear and you're capable of that, that's awesome. Good for you. That is not me. That is not in my skill set. So I know a little bit of music theory, and I trust my ears enough to know when something sounds bad or when something sounds good. Sometimes when things are in a weird in between, you know, I don't want to have to worry. I don't trust myself even if I've got it right. I don't want to be worrying about, am I actually in pitch or whatever, unless I'm decidedly veering out or decidedly doing it by ear, which is not my norm, right? So I've got to be careful about what I do here. So these sounds, by default right now, I have everything I put in here is in the pitch of C, and I'm going to move it down or up to F sharp minor before I put it into here. We have the Roman numeral system. These are called scale degrees, you know, so this would be scale degree 1, 2, etc. I have what I call pocket operator scale degrees. This is just something in my head. If you put a single pitch in here, by default, you're going to get the minor scale. So on the PO scale, this is scale degree 1, this is scale degree 2, this is scale degree 3. So the relative major of your minor is here, right? So 1 and 3 are relatives on the pocket operator system. On the Roman numeral system, it's 6 and 1. The notes that make up A major are the same as the notes that make up F sharp minor, right? Those note A major, or excuse me, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, and G sharp make up the A major scale, which is the same notes as the F minor scale. That's what we have on here, plus the sharped fifth, I believe it is, for the, anyway. So then what I'm going to do before I start any actual jamming, and really before I've collected any samples, I'm going to relabel these with the PO scale degree, because especially if I'm working with both of these devices, I've got to take notes. I have here is 1 on the pocket operator is F sharp, next is G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, E, and then this note is going to be E sharp. That gives you harmonic minor. I have to do something similar for this thing because these notes are all, these samples rather, are in the pitch of C, and I want to get them to F sharp. Okay, so we are going in the scale that we're going to use the notes of A major or F sharp minor. I'm going to go ahead and for the sake of consistency, I'm going to root my perspective in F sharp minor. So I'm going to make F sharp minor is my 1, at the F sharp note is the 1 degree on my PO, and I'm going to make it the 1 on the Volca sample here. So what I've got are sounds on here that are pitched to C, and I need them to be in F sharp. So if we look, all I have to do is take the 0 point and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to either go +6, or I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Of course, because 12 notes per octave. That should not be a surprise. This is my camera handwriting. Okay, so every sound that I have on here now, if I'm going to go for F sharp, it's going to be +6 or -6, and then you can fill out the rest. I'll do that quickly. By the way, this thing, whoa, on the Volca sample, if you hold the function button while rotating the speed knob, it will go in increments of pitches, right? And it has a range of -24, -2 octaves, 0, which is whatever the sample is at, up to +24, 2 octaves. So your only range is, again, -24, +24. So when I'm working on here, so if you will pardon my handwriting, these are the range of notes that are in our scale that I can get to with the pitch knob on the Volca sample. So we've got everything from +18 is going to be, or excuse me, +23 is going to be our highest B note, and then -23 is going to be our lowest C sharp note, okay? So now what I'm going to do to play around with actually making some samples to get into the pocket operator, I'm going to put in an F sharp note, a G sharp note, an A, a B. I'm going to go through the whole scale so I can make some chords. And then I will also load up separately just some single shots here so I can do single notes, and we will collect some samples. By the way, the trick I do on here, hat tip again to FreeBeat for crystallizing this in my mind and just making me see it, is that if we are in A major or F sharp minor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sample, I'm going to use 2 slots here, and I'm going to sample an F sharp minor chord to here, and then using the same sounds, I'm going to sample an F sharp major chord to here, and then I will be able, using one of those 2 sounds on one of these pitches mapped out, I will be able to get to all of these chords except for the G sharp diminished, which fortunately we did not use, so there you go.
Okay, I apologize for the audio here. This is my dollar store microphone. Best I can do while listening to this, so here we go. First thing I'm going to do is just clear all the samples. If you have something plugged in, all you need to do is hit record. You see the LEDs going away. There we go. So that is a nice and empty PO33. Okay, so loaded into the Volca sample, we've got 1 sound pitched across the scale. Each of these is a separate instance of that sample loaded. You can sequence those and manipulate them independently. Right now it's the same sample with the same settings other than the pitch. We're going to sample this chord. That's an F sharp minor chord. We're going to put it into slot 4. And now we're going to make it an F sharp major chord. I've got some cool sounds on here. They are from a Mellotron collection. Not sure where I got it. Just a few sounds. I don't think I'm going to do anything extravagant with manipulating them on here. So now at this point, you can see we've got 7 of our 8 melodic slots filled. Not sure what that is actually. Oh wait, yeah, that's leftovers. What I'd done before. So I took a long sample, brought it down to a drum kit, it auto sliced, and then I took a single slice from there. Since that entire long bit was all F sharp, I knew it was safe, so to speak, to then grab a slice and bring it up melodically, and then that little bit got repitched, so you can hear that here. And yeah, I didn't think that through too deeply. I just thought it'd be fun to get a longer sample. So we'll see what we've got here. Yeah, I left a blank one to leave room if I want to grab something else as I'm going and bring it down here, or if I just feel like I need something. So I don't want to make samples, end up using something, and then find myself painted in a corner where I've got to write over something. So deliberately leaving a spot blank. That's a good rule for patterns and everything too. Just when I'm making stuff, leave yourself a little sandbox, whether for improvising, writing stuff later, or whatever. Okay, so there you go. That is one way. We've got this device, which is, I'm not even using this to jam with right now. This is just a sound source for this thing. Let's some funny stuff here. See what we can do. Oh, I'm going to need drums, right?